Batman wraps up filming and Creature Commandos releases its first teaser, it appears the DCU is officially ramping it up. But that raises the question, what about Batman? So far, we only have information from when they announced the projects and little tidbits from James Gunn. There is a positive to this though, because it leaves fans like us the opportunity to speculate on what the DCU should and shouldn't include. So let's count down the top 10 things the DCU Batman needs. Number 10, the DCU Batman needs to be fantastical. It has to have this comic book sense about him, which we're 95% sure they're gonna do. But I decided to include it on this list because a lot of the previous Batmans, like the Dark Knight Trilogy Batman, the Batman, BVS Batman, all of them have stayed grounded in a sense. And we want a Batman who, isn't afraid to get comic booky and weird. Like I said, we already mostly know they're going to do this based off the hints they've given us, but still, it's worthwhile to add on the list. Number 9 on our list, I want this DC Batman to be scary. Now, this is actually pretty likely because the director they have for this film, Andy Muschietti, actually made the 2 It films, so some consider him a horror icon. Of course, he also made the Flash film, so it kind of evens out, and I'm a little skeptical, but we'll see what he can do. Overall, I think a scary Batman would be cool because it makes him more intimidating and more of a threat to criminals. And I mean, that's what he does. He scares criminals. That's why he dresses up as a bat. Have you seen Batman Begins?
My bats lost away.
Bats frightened me. This time my enemies shared my dread.
Alrighty, we're flying through this list because on number 8, we got the Batmobile. Basically in every Batman adaptation, we've gotten a Batmobile, but my problem with it is it doesn't really seem like the Batmobile a lot. I mean, for the Dark Knight, it was really just a tank. For the Batman, it was just like a bulletproof car. And the BVS one wasn't bad, it just was forgettable. Now, I'm not saying they should go all cartoony version for the Batmobile like they did in the 1989 film or they did in the animated stuff, but I am saying that when I look at it, I shouldn't say, oh, look, there's an armored up vehicle. I should say, oh, look, there's the Batmobile. There is a difference and an important one at that. Number 7, I want this Batman to be experienced. Literally, like every single other Batman adaptation we've got, he's always learning or his career's already over. And I want a Batman who's in his prime. He's already gone through Nightwing, Tim Drake, Jason Todd. I don't know why it took me so long to remember him. He's my favorite Robin. He should be a veteran at this point. And that's the best adaptation of Batman ever. Like Kevin Conroy's Batman, he was peak when, he was at the top of his game. That's the Batman we remember because that's when he's the best at everything. He's not just smart, he's not just good at fighting, but he balances out all of his skills, and that's why we love Batman. So I want to see that version of Batman on the big screen. Okay, number 6, this is a goofy and obvious one, but this Batman, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying this. He needs to be jacked. Okay, what I mean by that is some of the, a lot of the Batmans we got in the past have been these huge dudes, Ben Affleck especially. They need that for Batman again. They need that comic accurate Batman size, which is probably why so many people want Alan Richardson as Batman, because, he played Reacher. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to the next one before it gets weird. At number 5, this is a personal one for me that I feel like a lot of you are gonna disagree with, but I want him to have the dark blue and gray suit. Kind of like the one you probably saw on the thumbnail of this video. I don't know, I'm still going through a few. Every single Batman we've got in the past in live action, excluding Adam West, has worn the black suit. And I mean, it's cool and all, it's just we've gotten it so many times where it's like, can we use a different suit, Personally, for Trunks, or should the oval on his chest be yellow? Should there even be an oval? I don't care that much. I mean, a lot of his adaptations have it, a lot of them don't. But the dark blue and gray suit, that's something I'm really passionate about, and I really hope James Gunn, Andy Muschietti, Peter Safran incorporate into the DCU. Hey guys, no mean to interrupt this video, but I would just like to say, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, leaving a comment. All that helps boost this video to more people, which results in more views, which really helps my channel grow. And I really need that because I used to make Minecraft videos, but now I've transitioned into making movie videos, and some of my old viewers aren't gonna watch my new videos, so I'm basically having to start from scratch. So a subscribe, a like, all that jazz, you know the drill, would be much appreciated. Number 4, I want this Batman to be compassionate. what I mean by that is I want him to actually have a soul. Because a lot of the Batmans, I mean, they have personalities and stuff. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just like, we only ever really get hints of how much, like, why they're doing this. What I mean by that is, do y'all remember the scene in Justice League Unlimited where Batman goes and instead of killing Ace, he just sits down? Like, that was Batman. It's not Batman if you can't see him comforting a child. That, if you can see that, that is Batman. If you can't see it, then you just have another version of the Punisher. I hope that they truly understand that and have read at least one Batman comic at this point. Alright, number 3, I already hear the comments praising this. Batman needs to have the white eyes. Deadpool, the white eyes work great on him. Wolverine, the white eyes work even better. Let Batman have white eyes. I am literally begging. That on a fabric suit instead of all that metal stuff again. Oh, hallelujah, I can already see it. I mean, sure, we got kind of close when Batman v Superman, he had the glowing eyes, but it's not the same. We want the CGI white eyes. The white eyes are part of almost every comic adaptation, so why can't we just have them in live action? We know you can do it, DC. Please, please, please do it. Alright, number 2 is, I titled it as the utility belt, but I'm going to go into more detail. And what I mean by that is I feel like Batman doesn't use a lot of his gadgets anymore in live action adaptations. I mean, he does sometimes, especially the grappling hook has gotten very popular. But you know something that is popular in cartoons and comics, but they like barely use in live action? The Batarang. Like, I mean, that's like his iconic weapon, and they never use it. And I still don't know why. It's like, it's sick, it's awesome. Like, just use it in live action, guys. Please. So yeah, and more stuff obviously, but like, that's the main thing I want from his utility belt. There's other stuff that I'm sure people in the comments will be like, hey, you forgot about the bat rope. But I mean, yeah, that's the main one in my opinion. And number 1, arguably the most important of all his characteristics, is Batman should not kill. I'm sorry, Zack Snyder. I like some of your movies, some of them I don't, but I really disagree with you when you think Batman should kill, because that is the number 1 thing he should not do. That is part of Batman's character, and like I said earlier, if Batman did kill, he'd literally just be Punisher 2.0, and we don't want that. Batman, him not killing, is what makes him different and special compared to anti-heroes, and that's why he's so popular. And I strongly believe he should not kill. Alright guys, and that's the end of my list. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.